Hey guys, how you doing? Hey Phil. Hey DeGeorge. Hey Penny. Hey Desiree. How you doing? Are you watching one of my videos? That a girl. Hey James. Did you get that crazy cold weather last night? Hello, Shell. Hey Emma. Ashley. Laura. Sweet Tea. Yeah, my phone app, it showed -13, and on my home thermometer it showed -5. Then it wasn't supposed to get that cold last night. Yeah, it's typical winter, really. Good, Sweet Pea. Sweet Tea, you have a hearing impaired. Is that something that happened later in life, or you were born with a congenital issue? And is it 100% fixed? There's some really good YouTube videos of people that are able to hear for the first time, babies, adults, really beautiful. Hi, Daisy's good. Hey, Mert, where you been? She's not really interested in going out that much. I don't blame her. Picked up a couple poops in the kitchen. I'm not gonna do anything, you know. She's smart. Hey, Blue, how you doing? Hey, Babbling Bumbles, how you doing? Oh, that's okay. All right. George Seeger? Are you talking about Bob Seeger? Oh, thank you. What do you want me to do it on? Appreciate it. Not going to be able to buy any Amish pastries. I'm not going there anymore. Bob Seeger actually comes through this town once in a while. He eats at the Big Boy. Well, I just looked him up. I guess he's not dead. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Hey, Ulrich, how's it going? Hey, Ulrich, why don't you get lost? There's nothing more boring than you having anywhere, whether it's making a comment or being on a chat. We don't want you here. You're too stupid. Get lost. I've been posting interviews, you dumbass. Yeah, bye-bye. Sorry for any technical difficulties. Please try again later. Hello, Mary. Oh, good for you, sweetie. Great, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I think he's a good guy and everything. I mean, he seems to be well liked. I'm just not a fan of his music. Like I say all the time, I don't like green beans. Yeah, speaking of that, I talked to Tassie this morning. She's facing an eviction again in her hotel. Yeah, super rude. Yeah, I get rid of them. He's a dumbass. Hey, dogs, how you doing? Yeah, that's a good. I like that one better. Hey, Gray, how you doing? We've had snow for about a month, on and off. We never really got nailed too much. Tassie had a niece die in a crib death, and she didn't get a ride to work, couldn't work for a week. Look, on Tassie, there's certain instances with uh, all events. Tassie's got a free pass with me. Hey, Dylan. I mean, people don't like who their boyfriend is. That's not my business. You know. So I will help her out. Tom Reed, Scrappy. Hey, Bo Peep, you got another Alaskan here as well. Yeah, I think she's working today. Is she on here right now? I didn't see her on here. Yeah, I love Tassie. Oh, I guess she is on here. So Tassie, you guys, I mean, some of you realize it, some of you don't. But, you know, yeah, when you get in a situation like Tassie, uh, it's hard to stay in the hole. It's hard to get over the hump. And when you throw in a death in the family, a week off work, people that get in this kind of predicament, they pay a disproportionate amount of rent compared to the income they receive from their job. So most Tassie's money goes to her rent, and she is staying in a hotel. I don't care with her. I mean, look, I want her to I want her to stay the hell out of those dumpy hotels. Tassie's my gold standard. It's part of my own selfish interest in being able to brag about her. But although she's been 100% responsible for trying to do the right thing, I mean, Tassie shouldn't even be alive, and she's trying her ass off. So I cut a wide berth for her. She calls, needs something, she's getting it. No questions asked. I'm not a big pie guy, to tell you the truth. Once in a while, I'll eat apple pie like once a year. Hey, Stacy, how you doing? Yeah, I don't mind helping her out. I mean, the truth of the matter is, I was talking to Tiffany earlier today, and I mean, I never started a channel trying to get make money or uh, get a bunch of subscribers and views and all that crap. And but I mean, part of the reason that it ended up taking off and not getting better, and I mean, if nobody came on, there was nobody to talk to. It wouldn't be any fun, right? So, I mean, Tassie was one of the early interviews that, I mean, people that, it was remarkable. I mean, if you look at her before and after, so it isn't like I'm doing some big, great act of God by helping her out. I mean, she helped me out, but at the time, nobody knew that. I mean, I wouldn't have thought in a million years back then. Like I've said, Maddie, Marguerite, Tassie, Becky, people drove by them, shot paintballs, pellet guns, threw drinks on them, treated them like shit. The media ignored them, the newspapers, TV stations. Nobody wanted to talk about it. And now they have a big, huge, large social support system. I'm not taking credit for it, but it's nice to connect the dots. And what's so interesting is these people could be in that particular situation. All these people, all these years driving by them, why didn't this happen before? Why does it take an internet connection with people all over the world to make this thing fly? Why didn't it happen locally? Hey, Byron. Whatever the reason, I'm thankful for it. So without YouTube, man, I'll tell you, you can say what you want about it, but I go along with that too. Whatever they say, I'm there, because without YouTube, none of this would have ever happened. There isn't a platform in the world you can start off for nothing, take your own personal interests, upload them, and end up connecting the dots with people. And a lot of it's my own hobby, the things that I do. But the fact of the matter is, and this is clear, is that if it wasn't for, no, don't worry about it, Tassie. We've all been there. You got me off the ground. Yeah, it's an emergency, no problem. I'm going to put, actually, while people are on here, I'm going to put Tassie's PayPal address. So the fact of the matter is, it was people like Tassie, well, it was Tassie, Penny, Angel. I mean, if it wasn't for those people back then, we wouldn't be talking. So, I mean, to take credit for something that I didn't create, that's why I don't think it's any big deal, you know? I did look at that StreamYard app, yeah, I did. No, that is cool. I gotta check it out more, you know? Let me type here. Here's Tassie's PayPal. And I'm going to put another video up later. I mean, anybody that's been around, they know Tassie. I mean, you don't need to send her $1 million. You don't need to send her anything. I mean, but I'm going to do it. And, you know, that's all I'm going to say about it. I wonder why that didn't make the link for it when I did that. I guess just because it's an email. Oh, I do take a lot of, yeah, but you know, honestly, Philip, I mean, I've always kind of been, you know, a personality where there was a lot of conflict. My upbringing during my teens, you know, being a PI. So, I mean, even though I don't, you know, everybody likes to be liked, I'm used to like conflict and aggression and stuff. I don't think it bothers me like it would a normal person. I mean, I do think I was a little extra hurt by this Amish thing, because I wouldn't have thought in a million years that those people would go along with this kind of bullshit. I mean, everybody can say what they want about Southwest Detroit, but I guarantee you, if this was down on the Michigan Avenue Stroll, this kind of bullshit would never get off the ground. If you were accused of this, it would either be true and you need to get out of there, or it would be false and it would be taken care of right then. These people didn't even have enough courtesy to call me back. So screw them. It wouldn't matter if they called me back now. It's too late. It is, Johnny. Yeah, very difficult, you know. Yeah, Tassie's great. I mean, even if you send her $5 or $10 or something like that. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat here too. You know, there's nothing more disappointing than to find out that you're trying to help somebody, and then you find out later that that goal was met. If you knew someone needed, let's say, had a car wreck, and the goal was $20,000, and your computer went out, and they got the $20,000 in the first day of the upload, and you ran into that person on the street 3 days later, and they told you the story, and they told you they were trying to raise 20 grand for their bills, and you gave them $100 bill, even though they'd met the $20,000 they were asking for 3 days ago. To me, that's not right. That's not cool. So on one hand, if you wanted to send Tassie a few bucks, that's great. But on the other hand, I'm going to tell you right now, I asked her what she needed, and she told me, and I'm covering the whole nut. So don't feel too bad if you don't send anything, because what she needed, I'm sending. So her problems are covered, but anything you sent would be a little extra. And when you're in that kind of predicament, whether it's, you know, pop, chips, I don't care what it is, that's what that money would be going for, because I'm covering the rent issue. Yeah, thank you, Sean. Yeah, no, I uploaded a video about it. You'll see it's on this Farmer's Creamery yesterday. It's about a 15-minute. You listen to the audio. Yeah, it spells it all out. And in the description, I wrote everything that happened. Yeah. So that's it, you know. Tassie's working full time, trying. I mean, here's the deal. If you went around and part of the criteria was whether or not you were going to donate based on who somebody's married to or living with, that's not doing it, you know? Yeah, Sean, thanks. Yeah, I'll be on here for a while, so. But yeah, you'll see it's like a white screenshot of a phone. Yeah, I'm not really, Tassie, do you need any food or anything? Yeah, thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. Oh, that's okay, sweet tea. Yeah. I actually got her covered anyway on what she needs. If she needs more, I'll send that too. So it's no big deal. And really, like I said, I mean, I do get money from YouTube, but for like up until a couple years, I didn't get any. And it's getting better, but it would be for if you treated my YouTube channel like a traditional business platform, and you looked at like the camera equipment, the computer, the internet connection. I mean, I spent almost $5,000 spending the whole month of August and the whole month of October in Detroit between gas and hotel and stuff. Go and look up how long it takes to make $5,000 on YouTube, like forever. So if you take the 10 years I've been doing this, going down there and back, it's a 400-mile round trip. I usually go through 2 or 3 tanks of gas. I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you know. And for a long time, YouTube was dinging my videos saying they were not suitable for most advertisers. You can count on about $3.10 for 1,000 views. But if you get dinged with the not suitable for advertisers, I think it's like 20 cents for 1,000 views. So if you crunch the numbers, you see this Social Blade or whatever it is, and it's talking about all this money people are making. It's a bunch of bullshit. I mean, Maddie and Gerald have 10,000 subscribers now, and they're not even monetized. So if there was all this money in it, people just, if people don't like you, they're going to get on whatever they can. It'll be a long time before I break even. And God forbid if I counted my time. I'm just counting my expenses. That's what I say, Philip. I'm just counting my expenses. I mean, if you counted the hours, I'm talking about just the hours related to, even if it was just the working girls. I mean, I'm not bitching about it, but, it's not what people think it is. If it was, everybody would be down there doing it. And, I think a couple of people come and go. But even look at like really good channels. I mean, great content and done professionally, and they don't do shit. It's an odd thing with YouTube. I mean, I go on and watch neurosurgery lectures, and they've got 100 views. 16 years of school before you get your first paycheck, and then you got a duck swimming around with a plastic container thing caught on its neck, and it's got 10 million views. Oh, thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. Oh, Canadian. That's all right. Yeah, that's another thing I get knocked for. People, there's a lot of good people on YouTube, but there's a lot of really shitty, crappy people. Let me give you an example. You remember during the summer when Sherry got some money and gifts and stuff like that? So somebody sent her a $20 bill from Europe. And, it's during COVID. Most of the banks' lobbies are closed. You can't even get change, let alone convert that bill. Well, if you do find a bank that's open and you do convert it, I know it's worth like $23 or something like that. Well, I knew that if she kept that, she went to one of those gas stations, they were going to give her $5 for it. Now, if I was thinking better at the time and I knew the exact exchange rate, I would have given her $25. Actually, I thought it was right around 20. I wasn't sure. So anyway, I said, well, give me it and I'll give you an American 20. I still have the goddamn thing. And that was 6 or 7 months ago. And that's because every time I've been in a bank lobby, which is super rare, they don't want to do it right now. They say they're not exchanging money right now. So that's why I did that for her. Hey, Sharon, people are acting like, I'm screwing her out of $3 or something. Not at all. She would have got screwed out of $15 if she'd have kept it. But in hindsight, in knowing the exact exchange rate, I should have gave her $25. 54 million views. Yeah. Yeah, but the 54 million views for total of my channel? Where do you find out that stuff? Oh, thank you. No, you don't need to watch ads, DOW, but I never push that, man, because I'd be doing it anyway. There's nothing that would change. If YouTube came out tomorrow and said, hey, look, it was fun while it lasted, but, there's just too much babysitting. We're quadrillionaires. We control the infrastructure of the world. We're not monetizing videos. We just can't babysit them enough. Nothing would change with me. Zero. If I didn't get a damn dime, I would be doing the same exact thing I'm doing when I'm getting monetized. I really would. I did. I prove it. I did it for like 7 years before I got dime one, and that was only like $11 a month, $23 a month. Good. How you doing, Sharon? Where you been lately? Oh, the channel info section? Okay. 54 million views. Oh, okay. I guess that's good. I mean, it seems like, you get 100, and I don't know what I have, 165,000 subscribers or something like that. I really have much less subscribers than I have viewers. And like I've said before, the reason for that is people want to see working girl interviews, homeless interviews. They want to see blight, abandoned buildings. They don't want to see Daisy, fishing lures, drilling holes in the ice. Yeah, it's just how it is. So because of that, I get hate emails all the time. People say I'm unsubscribing. I got up this morning. I got a video of a hot dog, and then your damn stupid dog running around, and then some crow on a wire. I don't want to get this shit. I'm unsubscribing. It's like, yeah, go ahead, unsubscribe. Fine with me. Yeah, you'll be all right, Tassie. We got you covered. Don't worry about it. You had a death in the family. You couldn't work for a week. It's not your fault. No, everything's fine, Sherry. Yeah. Oh, isn't it crazy, Brooke? Yeah, they're nuts. Rumors and lies. It's true. Well, the good news is, that's why I uploaded the video with that audio, is because I said this yesterday. If you were accused of that by the Amish, if you were just a stranger that was up there and you went into Amish bakery and you said, hey, did Tom Reed still come in here? It's like, no, he doesn't. We banned him. We called the sheriff and we told him we didn't want him in here anymore. And the next time he came in here, he'd be arrested. It's like, why would you do that? And it's like, well, he's taking pictures of young girls. Can you think of anything worse? And it's not true. But when you get this from an Amish place, yeah. Yeah, thank you for unsubscribing. That's what I tell them. Oh, that's how people are, So, are they going to get better? Yeah, I'm not bragging. I drive a van with 400,000 miles. I live in a condo I paid 75 grand with. I don't have any bills. And I had money. I got one good golden egg in the basket in Florida. So, I got for my lifestyle, I don't need any extra money. I'm not bragging, but, I don't. I live like a low budget life. And I'll get Social Security in a couple of years, and that'll even be better. So I'm not motivated by money. If I was, all I would do is travel around and interview blue-eyed, blonde-haired, white working girls that were addicted to drugs in different cities. That's where the money's at. If you're interested in race discrimination, age discrimination, how a person looks, if they're attractive, if they're ugly, if they're skinny, if they're overweight, this is a no-brainer. All your suspicions are easily confirmed on what people do in their off time. And that is click on videos that they're attracted to or interested in. So if you look at my numbers on people that are clicking on thumbnails, it's really clear what's popular and what isn't. That's my girl, Tassie. Wow, how come they don't put them through a machine? I am going to pursue it, Brooke, yeah. Yeah, I called them today. They're putting an idler arm, the other side of the idler arm in a tie rod, the opposite side that I had fixed about a month ago. Yeah, they said it's going to be done today. I hope it is. Going crazy being here. No, I don't want a new van, to tell you the truth. I've got one in the garage. I've got a Toyota Sienna that looks brand new. I have one. I mean, I only got that as a plan B if something catastrophic happened to the Astrovan. But the Astrovan's all-wheel drive. You know, it's got a lot of room in it. I like driving it. I just put two window motors on it last summer. Just put a new starter on it. So I should be good to go for another couple $100,000. Doesn't burn any oil. Thank you, Brooke. Appreciate it. Yeah, where's that located at, Shelley? Where's that at? Hey, Louise, how you doing? Yeah, you remind DK. It reminds me of that book publishing place. I think it's Dorian Kinsey. They make a lot of cool books on things. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, Dal. Yeah. Yeah, Astrovan all-wheel drive. If you look at, you know, when they made them, there were a lot less all-wheel drives. And believe it or not, the gas mileage is only a mile per gallon difference. I should have caught that fuel pump failing. It was making noise for a while. And my gas mileage was going down the hill. I should have, but you know, it's hard to replace things like that until they actually fail. It could have died Saturday, which it did, or it could have lasted me another year and a half. So that's the way it goes. It's not like tires that are easy to ascertain where they're at. You get stuff that fails and it's hard wanting to switch it before that happens. Oh, doing pretty good, Louise. Thank you. You know, Becky is working a different part of Detroit, I think. Hey, Stephanie. Mailing that out tomorrow. Working a different part of Detroit. Oh, okay, Shelley. No, I never get over to England. I would like to do it. You know, now that I like know people over there, I'd like to try some different places. I think I'm going to head out to Las Vegas when I can. You know. Yeah, Stephanie, I'm included for the best steak and lobster tails, a good dessert, 3 good drinks, and an Uber ride. Yeah. See, the cat's been eating the heck out of that food. Those cats can really put away the food. Yeah, Shelly, it's a little out of the way. Plus, like flying, like, I don't know what you got to go through to get on a plane now and go somewhere. It was a pain in the ass pre-COVID. I don't know what it's like now. Oh, don't cry, Stephanie. Just go have a good time. Now, I looked on their website. I hope you don't have to eat in a tent. Are you able to go inside the restaurant now instead of the tent? Oh, copays, yeah, those are killers. I just got Medicare and I signed up for the supplement too. You know, a lot of people don't realize that you have to pay for Medicare insurance. Yeah, it's like $160 a month, and a supplement's about $80 a month, or it's about $300 between the supplement and Medicare. So you're right back into like, $4 grand a year, and you thought you'd be covered when you were old enough. You got to pay for it. Yeah, I do that, man. It's fun to do that. Go out there, people on fixed income, go out there and have a nice dinner. Don't worry about it, what it costs. Oh, it's good, show. Well, if you want to help Tassie, I put her PayPal earlier on. She's struggling a little bit with rent, staying in a hotel. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Good. How you feeling? Feeling all right? Still getting good news? See you, Tassie. Yeah, Tassie's, I don't know if you've watched Tassie's videos or not, but she's come a long way. Good for you, Mary. Good news. Good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Lisa. I mean, it's like there's a lot of helpers out there. If it wasn't for like channel involvement, uh, I'd just be one guy out there. But, there's plenty of people out there doing things you don't know about, you know? Yeah, you're right, Louise. Yeah, Canada's like that as well. Canada. Yeah, taxes are high. No, she's a little short on money, Sherry. She had a niece die in a crib death and didn't have a ride to work for a week. And you know how it is when you're in that kind of hole, stuff comes unraveled pretty easily. Yeah. Oh, how they doing down there, Phil? Oh, good for you, sweet tea. Well, good. I hope that works out for you. Are you better since the surgery? Yeah, I love Tassie. I mean, if you think about this, people think, oh, why do you do this? Why is this a hobby? If you think of just a guy like me driving around there, taking photos, nothing to do, just decided to talk to people someday, record it, upload it. If you'd have told me, what is it, 6, 7 years ago, whatever it was when I first met Tassie, that we'd still be talking, I wouldn't have believed it. I mean, Tassie has outlived everybody that has done far less than she has. Oh, that's cool, Philip. Oh, good for them. Good. Good, Mary. How you doing? I'm expecting to hear from him any minute. Yeah, still alive is a miracle. Yeah, definitely the gold standard for sure. Look at Tassie's original interviews. She's just having a little money problem. She missed a week of work, and she had a niece die. Yeah, yeah, thanks, Joe. It's no problem. It's really other people that make it all fly. Help really get it going. Oh, good, sweet tea. Good. Oh, wow. Was that from an accident or a congenital issue? Good night, Shelley. Thanks a lot. Hey, Grandma, how you doing? How's it going? It is mind blowing, yeah. Hey, Brian, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, jeez, man. I mean, if Cassie was down there working the streets at 15 years old. Yeah, me too, yeah. You know, it's the little things that Cassie does that really make you love her, and that is like, she's in a little bit of a problem. I feel great, happy that she will come to me for those things. And I know 100% that when Cassie gets a hold of me and says this is an emergency and that she hates asking, I know that it's come down to the final straw and that that's really true. She hates asking. She doesn't want to do it. No, I've tried to get her to get one. Have Cassie do a YouTube. She has a Facebook though. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, I tried lifting her shirt. I told her that's not nice. Yeah, I know. That cop was a sweetheart too that pulled up on us that day. Yeah, it does happen, sweet tea. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I've known a lot of people. I know, what do they call it? Respiratory therapists, same thing. Yeah, Dungeon on Junction. Yeah, that's it. You remember that, Penny? Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I'll be back out there for sure. Yep, definitely. Yep. Yeah, I remember that. No, the cats lay low in the daytime. Once in a while, now if the sun comes out, they'll come up on the porches, because there's a wind block. I'm facing south, so on a sunlit day, if a cat comes up on my porch there's only 8 units here. Once they get on the inside wall where you walk into the front door, on the other side of that bush is like a 4-foot porch. It's a lot warmer there, breaking the wind. And they sit there and just sunbake for like 12 to 3 when the sun's high enough to warm that area up. But they've been out there at nighttime, big time. Yeah, I mean, I've always been that way, Dolly. I mean, it was easy to do. I mean, that police officer was a sweetheart too. Oh yeah, that's what comes along with YouTube. When you do it, you will get a lot of stalkers. Yeah, I thought I was disappointed in him. That's for sure, Michael. Yeah, yeah, Tassie's great. Yeah, she is. I mean, she has her. Did you listen to that audio, Michael? If she's got a. I mean, she's got a boyfriend nobody likes, but that's her business. The last thing she needs is somebody telling her how to run her personal life. I stay out of it. I stay out of it. It's not my business. Well, I mean, I've always kind of been like, you know, just that personality. When I was younger, I'd travel around, hitchhike, go to places, talking to people, interested really in everyday life. And I've been into photography since I was pretty young, and then really got into it heavy in my 30s and just kept doing it. I photographed all the national parks in the winter with large format equipment, 4x5, 8x10. And I did that. I went on like tons of 15,000-mile road trips. I took about 10 years off and just traveled. I posted her PayPal, Mary, earlier in the chat. And then I kind of got sick of photography and YouTube came out. So I started a YouTube channel. I was just going to like upload, where I was going. And then I thought one day I would like to interview these working girls because I would see them like buy food for stray cats and buy hot dog buns for birds in the winter and then jump in the vehicle with a guy and have sex with him in the alley. And then I'd see him later feeding the birds again. And it just struck a chord with me that somebody would have this awareness despite their own circumstance. And I was always nice to them anyway. It's not my business. So at the time, this is when the free press and the news were still publishing pretty good newspapers. I would go get a coffee. There were only a couple gas stations down there. And I'd buy both papers and I'd go and sit down near the Detroit River and read the papers while I drank my coffee. And when I go into those places, I would run into these girls a lot. And one day I just said, hey, do you think you'd be interested in like let me interview you, just how you got here and that kind of thing? And that's how it happened. It was never like, oh God, I'm going to start this channel. These people are going to like this. And the truth of the matter is even the videos that eventually went viral, they sat around for years. Nobody watched them. No, first girl I think I interviewed was Angel, maybe Wendy, or Penny. No, Raven was way down the road later. Yeah. Yeah, it was close. Yeah, she was very close, Detroit was really coming back pretty good. Those were like that Penny interview. That was about as bad as it got down in Detroit. And if you look at those abandoned building videos I did, those days are over. As Detroit started getting back on its feet, although this COVID has really kind of knocked it back, the cops had got their pay cut and they didn't give a shit about going out of their way to enforce the law. It's illegal to be in an unoccupied building in Detroit without written consent. In other words, if you're in a building and a cop pulls up, and they have their own police department for the schools too, and there are a lot of abandoned schools, they say, do you have permission to be in here? It's like, yeah, the guy told me at the gas station. If you don't have a letter in your pocket, you're screwed. It's a misdemeanor. It's a criminal offense. But back then, I didn't worry about it because the cops didn't give a shit. They were pissed. Their pay was cut. Well, that kind of changed when things got better. They were removing a lot of the blight, and they were enforcing the law. So all those places that you see that I videoed, I probably wouldn't take that chance now because I don't need a criminal charge. Yeah, I'll type it here again for you, Mary. I'll type it here again for you. I got it right here. I'll put it in here now. And you weren't here earlier, but Tassie told me what she needed, and I'm sending it to her. So actually, the dollar amount she needed for rent is covered. Anything you would be sending would be extra. I don't know what the hell she buys with it. But the original contact from her was to cover this rent payment, which I already did. So it's not the problem it was. See you, Philip. Get those videos uploaded. Oh, yeah, I never thought of that, sweet tea, yeah. Oh, okay, I never thought of it that way, yeah. Yeah, Cricket, somebody told me Cricket's back down there again. I haven't been down there in a while. It does, Tim. I mean, as I said before, I still keep in contact with a lot of people down there. And it's slow. Very slow. Hey, Miles Miranda, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, when Becky's switching locations, things are bad. One of the guys I know hands out lunches from a church down there, and he's been has nobody to give the lunches to lately. It's that bad. What's that, Sean? I'm not sure I understand your question. It's not. It's PayPal, Mary. That's PayPal. That's not Cash App. It's PayPal. I should have put that on there. Yeah, I got a PO box. Yeah, I do. Yeah, Dolly goes down there a lot. She knows. If I'd have known this place was going to take this long with my car, I wouldn't have let them tow it. I thought I was being a good guy. I knew they weren't making much money coming to get my car from Skidway Lake to Saginaw. So I said, well, you can fix it if you want. At least give them the repair. Plus, I got some other things done. Well, here I am, day 3. It's 3:45, and I'm still without a car. Oh, thank you, Sean. Thanks a lot. Yeah, like I said, man, I don't really do that much. Dolly does more than I do. You never hear her talking about it. She's not uploading any videos. There's some people on here that Dolly goes and sees regularly and gives them everything they need, and nobody knows about it. Food, heat, blankets, curtains, hygiene items. So there's plenty of people out there doing more than me, and Dolly is one of them. Hope you don't mind me telling them that, Dolly. Yeah, I know it sucks, man. I'm going crazy. And I feel okay today, but I've been feeling that good. I'm thinking it could have something to do with this new blood pressure medication I've been taking, but the doctor said he doesn't think so, but he told me to quit taking it for 3 days. I'm so lucky, like one of my best friends is a doctor. I get to skip so much bullshit because of that. I never hardly ever have to go to an office. I text him with something, he texts me right back. It's like a huge advantage. He helps my friends out too. Let me give you an example. I'm glad this came up because, so I got this friend that I've been friends with him about 5 years. I met him up here, and he happens to be a doctor. Well, I got a buddy of mine that injured his back when he was in the service. Now he's 60 years old now, and this has bothered him all over his life. He's went and treated this, that. He's tried to get MRI. Nobody would do it. They give him physical therapy. So basically, he has suffered for about 35 years with this back problem. So I tell him, hey, I got this friend of mine, and he's a doctor, and, he's a good guy. I mean, he really is. He's the kindest, smartest guy I've ever met in my life. And why don't you let me get you an appointment with him? He said, well, you think you can do that? It's like, yeah, no problem. I get him an appointment with this. They weren't even taking new patients. I get him an appointment with this guy. He goes in there. My guy writes him an MRI. The MRI shows a lesion in his spine where it's starting to compress even worse on the nerves. Ends up referring him to a neurosurgeon. He gets surgery the first week in January. Feels like $1 million. No pain. Actually, he's building his own house and doing all the labor. And it goes to show you, this guy was screwed around by the medical system for 35 years and in pain that all could have been eliminated 35 years ago. So if you've got an ailment and you are unfortunate enough to go to these doctors that think you're a malingerer, or they're afraid to write prescriptions for things they think you don't need, isn't that just nuts? That's like something you'd expect in a third world country. I mean, my buddy is like feeling like $1 million. Yeah. Yeah, he could not, nobody, he'd bring up, I think I could get an MRI. Nah, you don't need this, You got family practitioners diagnosing complicated neurological issues rather than referring it out like they're supposed to. It's all this PPO, HMO horse shit. And that's how you get roped into going to a system. And one way of being on their A list as a family practitioner is to not make any expensive referrals. Well, when he went to my buddy, he was in network, but in a different system. So it worked out perfectly. That's how they get you this in-network bullshit. When you're in network, at least in this particular instance, they tend to do what they feel like and stay away from expensive referrals. Where my guy told the truth, my friend got to see him and everything's gone well. Yeah, pain creates weakness. Oh yeah, sweet tea, I believe that. Yeah, I've heard of those stories before, yeah. They do, Lou. Yeah, you're right. Especially these PPOs, HMOs. Yeah. This guy's doing great now. But it's all because it's kind of like the same connection with, Marguerite and anybody else down there. The whole damn area is driving by him and not doing a thing. And then here you got strangers from all over the world helping them all. Yeah, no, it does. Pain creates weakness. That's what my buddy says all the time. If your brain senses pain, you're going to start limping and atrophy is going to occur. That's why you see so many related problems between knee issues and hips. Because if a hip or a knee or an ankle, a weight-bearing joint starts to bother you, you're going to start favoring it. And as the pain increases, you favor it more, and it's all downhill after that. Muscle imbalance, atrophy, you become unstable on your feet, you fall, you break hips, that kind of thing. Oh, that's great, Joey. Good. It's good. When you're sick and you're in pain and you just went to, 20 doctors over a 35-year period and they tell you to put some Bengay on it, you don't know any better. That's what you went there for. But as it turns out, every single one of these fuckers was incompetent. Why is that, Jay Watson? What are they doing in DC? Yeah, I'm taking Bistolic now. Yeah, thank you, sweet tea. I'm going to go off it for a few days. I think this Bistolic, although it's not listed, even in the extreme side effects, I think this stuff has made my joints hurt. If it hasn't, it's awful coincidental. Oh, you poor girl, Blue Malibu. Oh my God, take a Prozac before you do it. Hopefully it all goes well. I always make sure I've had a good night's sleep when I hook up a new printer. You get a Canon? You did, I'll put you in my will to pay for the ink. You print one envelope and you're out of ink in those damn things. Yeah, did you happen to try? Oh, you like that, Scott? Shit, yeah. No, I'm expecting to hear from them. I called them. They said it'd be ready today. Oh, Brian, sorry about that. Blood clot. Oh my God, no kidding. Yeah, I mean that's the whole issue on blood pressure is a stroke. If a guy like me got a stroke, man, I would be so screwed. I really would be. I'd have to move down to Florida and get one of the rooms in the bed and breakfast while my wife's boyfriend banged her in the upstairs bedroom and I listened to her third orgasm. And then on a good day, he'd come and wipe my mouth, wipe the applesauce off my mouth until the next day. I would be so screwed if I had it, something like that happen to me. You talk about a bad day. Do you guys like to be in my shoes? You have to move in with your wife, who you're still married to, who's got a boyfriend that's 10 years younger. He's given her third orgasm, and you can hear it all happening, but you can't do anything because you had a stroke. And then he's your caretaker in the morning. And he wipes the apple sauce off my face and tells me to have a good day. What do you mean Ollie is back tomorrow? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The laser printer. Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know. Yeah, thank you for that, Del. Yes, Virginia. It can happen. It could happen. Can you imagine that? I mean, this is a possibility, man. Yeah. Oh, spell correct. All right. Yeah, I got your pain remedy with me, Lana. I'm going to try and get down there next week. You know? Yeah, I mean, this kind of stuff happens. But you know what? Like, you know, if I was 25, that would just drive you nuts. If you were in that circumstance. That shows you how desensitized a person can get, at least in my instance. If I was 25, I mean, I couldn't have handled that. I would have tried to wheel myself off the rim of the Grand Canyon. You know, get somebody to take me out there, you know, just drop $4,000 on an Uber ride out to the south rim of the Grand Canyon. And if I couldn't do that and I was stuck down there anyway, but at this age, crazy as it sounds, I could probably put up with it. Hey, who cares, Sean, about Ollie? You bring her name up again, I'm going to block you. Why do you even care about that fucking kook? Yeah, but these you really get screwed on these. Yeah, well, the reason we didn't get divorced all these years is because she can't afford my half of our house down there, and I used to get my insurance from her. But in January I qualified for Medicare. Now her mother just died, and the estate. Her mother had some money, and I always thought I'd get paid off after the mom died. But instead of the estate getting split into two, it got split into four. Her brother, and two grandchildren. And I mentioned about a month ago getting divorced, and she didn't want to do it. And I didn't really push it because, you know, things worked pretty good. I mean, it doesn't matter to me either way. That's why. But that's why I didn't, you know. See you, Mario. Sorry for any technical difficulties. Please try again later. Good job. Good job on that one. It's spelled this way. Who's Sean? Yeah, I don't want to be talking about Allie over here. She's a nut job that nobody wants anything to do with. Just a Canadian pig that starts trouble from the time she gets up till the time she goes to bed. It used to be, it's not anymore. I don't give a shit. I haven't lived with her since 1998. Oh, thank you, Shell. Yeah. And I'm stuck with myself. Yeah, it's not that big a deal. I don't really care, to tell you the truth. It would be hard if I was younger, but at this stage of the game, it doesn't bother me. He's taken over the duties. I got the good part. I got her between 20 and 35. He can have it now. He stepped up to the plate like a champion. There's no reason to be mad. She's 62 now. She's lucky she's getting it from anybody. I'd probably give him a big hug now. Yeah, it sucks. Sucks being stuck at home. Oh, interesting choose, Joey. Yeah. Okay, Christopher. Yeah, you have a good time too. Yeah. Yeah, I should give him a Bible. I'm gonna send all my enemies Amish things now. Debbie, does that make sense to you? No rash, no. Just my herpes, and my syphilis. Oh, thank you. No, they should be calling me any minute with my car. Yeah. No, I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. How do you know this, Dal? What evidence is there of this? I do know there's trolls. What evidence do you have of this? And how would you know if they're paid? Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen her. God, I haven't seen her since 2007. She was coming up here all these years too, but her mom lived down in Flint. Yeah, listen to the audio, Jane. Listen to that upload I did yesterday. It shows a white screenshot of a phone. Yeah, they called the police and said I'm taking pictures of young girls. It's bullshit. I mean, I think this could have bothered me a lot. This would have bothered me a lot more if I didn't, like, people on YouTube didn't know me, what I've been doing and stuff. If I didn't have anybody to talk to about this, I think it could have really bothered me. Yeah, you're right, Lana. Yep. Oh, she wants to get back with you? Yeah, I mean, I started dating my wife in, let's see, what year was it? 79. 40, when you've been around somebody that long, I mean, there's this bond that happens that goes way beyond like something that I'm never going to get that opportunity again in my life. She knew my family, I knew hers. I mean, there's a bonding that occurs, good or bad. Oh, thank you, Penny. That isn't replaceable. I mean, you don't get another shot at getting to know people over a 42-year period through the good and the bad. And that's important, and it's different, and it's special. And I think sometimes that even though we've taken separate paths, that if she wasn't in my life, I would have a problem with it. I don't know that divorce would change that or not. I don't know. But it would be, I would be upset. Pasty J, that's about it, isn't it? He deserves it. It's all right, Daisy. Good girl, hon. Good girl, hon. Yeah, I mean, that's just, I mean, I've lent her money. She's lent me money. She'll call me if she gets in a jam on something. No children. We never wanted kids. I don't think she's too happy with the guy she's with anymore, but I don't even get into it. It's like Tassie. It's not my business. That's the neighbor. Yeah, that guy's getting his condominium rebuilt. Yeah. Good girl, Daisy. Good job, hon. You're kidding me, Dal. Are they sending anybody over to my channel? They sending anybody on my channel starting trouble? I give them an A for that bitch in Flint and that kook in Prince Edward Island. That's what I say, Sean. Good girl, Daisy. Oh, definitely she misses going bye-bye in the car. She proves it to me with the big turd on the floor in the kitchen. She goes to the door in the morning. I let her out. She looks around. I'd love to know what these animals think. They say you have to have a language to communicate or have thought like we do. So when she looks out and she's looking around, I mean, if she doesn't have a language, how does it occur to her the van's not there? What is she saying to herself in her mind? I'd like to know these things. Yeah, she is nothing but trouble, Sean. She has been a pain in my ass. She's had me swatted, calls the police and makes up lies, calls neighbors, ex-girlfriends. I think she's behind this Amish thing. Total, the worst, scummiest, shittiest person that's ever lived. Oh, every channel. What the hell would they do that for? All their success, and they got to go around hiring people to cause drama. Well, they must not like me because I block them left and right. That's my main time consumer with the YouTube channel. Banning and blocking and deleted bad posts. Oh, really? Okay. Hey, Claus, how you doing? Cold, super cold. My phone app said minus 13, but my thermometer at home said minus 5. Yeah, they do. They do go on those programs, yeah. Who are you talking about, Jody? What is who talking about? Yeah, I interpreted it as all she meant was like keep helping the girls and don't worry about what people say. Yeah. Oh, Jerry Springer YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I mean the weather's given. I probably would have went over to Taos if I had my van. I love watching that ice and going over there and checking things out. Yeah, I mean, oh, see, Sweet Tea doesn't believe this. Oh, 64. Oh, you lucky dog. Hey, Bertrand, how you doing? How's it going? I mean, I really like YouTube. Hey Tito, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, we didn't, you too, guys. Can you hear me now? How about now? It's like a cell phone. Two thousand seven. 2007. Yeah. Hey Mary. Oh, wish him best of luck, Alan. God, I hope he gets it. Second interview is a good sign. Not really, I don't. No, not really. I don't know what she looks like. No. And thankfully, she doesn't know what I look like. No, not at all, Sean. No, you didn't. I spell it out, man. There's no hidden agenda or, I'm talking shit behind your back. It's just, she is such a super pain in the ass. And one of her modus operandis is to use a fake name and come on here and bring her own name up. Because other than that, no one listens to that pig. No, don't. No, you have nothing to worry about. I tell you. Yeah, no, she's an absolute kook that has nothing to do but cause trouble. But thank you. Yeah, no problem at all. Hey, Yusuf, how you doing? Yeah, there's something really weird with that outfit. I don't know. I'm still like shocked over it, to tell you the truth. Oh, you see that cat? Is that cat out there eating? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's cool. Hey, Joe, how you doing today? Yeah, I'm glad those cats are eating a lot. That's good. They can really put away the food. It's nice, so I'm glad they're eating. Yeah, it's good. Is it? Did you guys? Anybody see that cat walk out there? No, nothing. No. Yeah, I had a. No, I don't. I have some of the. I could make those lox sandwiches today. I might walk over to Q's later. If that cat's whitish colored, did anybody see that cat walk up? It kind of looked like it's white. Did you? Anybody see it? Well, I got him some insulated houses I put out there about 7 years ago, but I don't think they sleep in them. I don't know why. Nah, nothing good, Mary, unless I get my van back. I don't think they're sleeping in it for some reason. I only say that because when I go out and check the mail, I look over there once in a while, and I don't see cat prints in the snow. Oh, dark? Oh, okay. Yeah, one of those cats last summer, or maybe it was the year before, I had my van in the driveway and I wasn't, I had a bunch of stuff in it. Hey, Pam. And I wasn't driving it. Maybe it's when I had my driver's license suspended. Anyway, a cat got in there, one of these cats. I didn't know he was in there. He was in there for 8 days during 90 and 95-degree weather. The windows were totally up, and he lived. And the only way I noticed it was I just happened to look through the windshield one day, and I saw cat hair on the dashboard. I knew right away a cat must have slipped in there when I was putting things in there. Yeah, he was in there 8 or 9 days, 95 degrees, no food or no water. Yeah, and he made it. He lived. And I think it's that cat right there. It's kind of like Persian looking. Yeah. Oh, did he ever? Are you kidding me? I use like deodorizers and those things that you turn on that when there's a flood in your house. I forget what they call ozone generators. I had two of those in there for like 2 weeks. Ran them full time. It smelled like cat piss for 6 months. Daisy's good. Daisy wants to get the hell out of here. I know she does. Yeah, they are. Well, that one sure proved it to me. God knows how hot it was in there. I mean, the outside temperature was like 90. It's that crazy hot weather we had, kind of like last summer. Yeah, that urine is strong. I always thought if I ever made a perfume or a cologne, it'd be called cat urine. Man, that gets your attention. If you smelled and it smelled good and it lasted anywhere near as long as cat urine did, you'd buy it. You're not kidding. I'd rather get squirted by a skunk. Smells. Yeah, I'm not a cat fan, but you know, it doesn't mean they don't need a break. No, yeah. It's cool. You can have one inside and they go to the litter box and all that stuff. I'm just not into them. You can cut it down quite a bit though. Yeah, I know the feeling, Mary. Yeah. Too cold. Yeah, when the days are this cold, it could frostbite her feet really. Yeah, that's how it is over here too, Clay. Oh, have you? Yeah, the Bashes are into cats too. We had a couple cats as a kid. They were usually strays that were running around. Yeah, I'm just not really into them that much. I mean, I think they're cute and, you know, they need a break. And I think it's disappointing. I mean, it's a little animal out there, needs something to eat. I mean, big deal. Give them a, I've been feeding the ones at the Shell station too, near the expressway. I just feel bad for them. I've gotten some big hassles over feeding stray animals. I mean, damn near fist fights. I got into it with the guy at McDonald's about 5 years ago over giving him my Daisy's hamburger bun to a seagull. Got a ticket for pulling over to get a possum that was hit by a car. Got another ticket one time in Chicago for feeding the squirrels in the winter. They tried to get me for baiting deer too, but I wasn't baiting deer. I was just like giving them something to eat during a record cold. It was so great. So, you know, I'm sure my neighbors ratted me out or somebody, right? The only thing that could have fucked me was if they got me on one of these doorbell cams or some shit. So these deer are like gaining weight during the winter. So this DNR guy comes to my door and he knocks. He said, "You Tom Reed?" It's like, "Yeah, Tom Reed." He said, "We no, this is how they set you up." He said, "No, this isn't a big deal." And you know, I've talked to people and they say you're a really good guy. You're an animal lover. You really try to feed the birds, you know, but and evidently you've been feeding these deer out here. How long have you been doing that? And I said, "I don't answer any questions without an attorney present." And he kind of laughed. He said, "Well, you know, I don't think you need an attorney for this. This is just, you know, a courtesy call to, you know, talk to you about feeding deer. And you know, I know the deer are starving, and if it wasn't for people like you feeding them, there'd probably be a lot less. But I mean, have you been doing this for 6 months, 9 months?" I said, "I just told you that I don't answer any questions without an attorney present." And he said, "Well, it doesn't need to be this way." I said, "It does need to be this way. I'm not answering a fucking question about deer eating anywhere. And if you stick around here and you keep bothering me after I've told you that I want a lawyer present to answer any questions, I'm going to have to call 911 because this is harassment." And he left. Cat looked fine, Mark. So I've had my scrapes with feeding animals. I mean, that's what they do with you. That's what they, you know, it's been upheld to the Supreme Court. And you don't need to answer questions, but they try and set it up like this is a misunderstanding and they're on your side. And we just want to find out if it's as serious as we thought, or we're just find out that you're just giving them a couple cups of food and being a good guy. Once you admit to that, you're fucked. If you're giving them a teaspoon, you're fucked. Oh, good for you, Mary. I hope you do get one. Yeah, they'll try every trick in the book. Get shitty with you, get close to you, smile, joke, anything to get you to admit why they're out there to talk to you. And if you don't admit it, they're fucked. It takes practice. If you're just like a beginner, cop comes up, it's like, "Hey, this is a very serious violation now. If you admit this to me, you know, we can go easy on you. But if you decide not to, this is a very serious matter." I say, I'm not, you know, if you're brand new, it's easy to give in. But once you get experience, I got the biggest shit-eating grin on my face when I tell them I don't answer any questions without an attorney present. I look like just like someone that's getting ready to drop a bomb on you. That's it now, yeah. Like I said, it's been up, there's good cops out there. I think we need law enforcement. But if you think I'm dotting the i's and crossing the t's to prosecute me, I got news for you. Whether I did it or whether I didn't, ain't happening. Nope, not doing it. Oh, for sure, sure will. Yeah, Daisy sacked out. Yeah, what'd you think of that, Jane? What's your opinion on that? Yeah, I forgot, Pam, you're a cat lover. Yeah, Daisy sacked out. Oh, yeah, thanks, Jane, appreciate it. Oh, good for you. Ocean life, that's cool. Yeah, she's dreaming going to town. You're right, Debbie. Oh, no kidding, Richard. Yeah, I did that one time too. I did that one time too. Well, seriously, Jody, huh? Why do you get in trouble for feeding him? I don't know. I'm not sure, Jane. Well, somebody called from that place, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's two of us, Richard. I know the feeling. No, I think it's a dead deal, Heather. Yeah. It's Daisy snoring. Yeah, it takes a lot of weight off, Richard. They're effective. Oh, really, Mary? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's up with her. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here, you guys. Thank you, Penny. Appreciate it. I'll be out later tonight, probably around 8 o'clock. Yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Pam, I can give her a call if you want, unless you don't think she feels like talking. All right, you too, Shell. Thank you. See you, Mary. Debbie, I don't want to cut anybody off, so you too, Penny. Have a good day. Debbie and Dave, Heather. I'll be on about 8 tonight. Yeah, I'm hoping to get it back. I'm hoping they call me. He said it'd be done today. All right, Heather, take care. Thank you. All right, Graphic, yeah. I know, hon. I know, you good girl.